Team, I wanted to walk you through doing the Cinch Share links, and I just kind of wanted to walk you through some really good tips for your parties. And a lot of you wonder how I run my parties, how do I comment, what do I say, things like that. So I'm just gonna briefly do a quick training showing you how I do that, my best practices, how I promote more sales, get more interaction in my parties. Because it's so important. One best tip I can give you is do not just think you're posting, okay? The real magic takes place in the comments, okay? Because when you can comment and draw them in, it's like a conversation at a live party. So if you post something and then you just keep going about your day posting and posting and posting and nobody's actually commenting, then you have a bunch of dead posts that really aren't doing anything. But if you draw those posts out in the party and chat with people, that's like being at a live show and interacting with them. That's where the relationships are built, and that's where the show magic happens. Okay, so let me just walk you through a couple of ideas that I do. First off, we'll go into one of my parties. And I'll show you a couple of things. So this is a party. Oops. I need to screen share with you. Hold on. Let's do that. Okay. Here we go. This is one of my parties here. It's Rochelle's Spring into Pampered Chef online party. And one of the things that I found through trial and error was when I go to check my parties, I check them a few times a day, some morning, midday, and evening. Sometimes I only have time to check them in the evening, but whatever the case may be, rather than scroll, I do scroll some, but the first thing I do when I have limited time is go to photos, right over here on the left side of the computer screen. And then you can see I've got some active people in my parties here. Oops, let me go back. Photos. So I go to photos and it opens up all the photos that are posted. Now, one thing that I think is pretty cool is this one here got a lot of traction yesterday and a lot of sales. It's an item that's on the outlet. Okay, it's the Shallow Baker in Cranberry. It's a piece of stoneware. It's beautiful. It's very versatile and can be used for a ton of things. But people aren't going to just know that. The post that it's on, let me just show you the post that it's on. Shows 4 pictures. Let me log in with Cinch Share. It shows 4 pictures. A little slow here today. Right here. Okay. Yesterday's post was this one, and it said new on the outlet. And all 4 of these pictures, 4 pictures came up on the post, but it didn't really highlight any particular item. And I know there's some really popular items in the outlet right now. This one here is pretty popular because it's grilling season. People are thinking of shopping for Father's Day, and stoneware never goes out of season and style. So that was a really popular one. There's other ones too that I'll post under this picture, just random ones like the wine chiller that's very popular and people love that. So those are all on the outlet, and otherwise people don't know about the outlet. But this doesn't highlight particular items. It just tells about the outlet. So what I do is I go to photos and I pull up that photo. Then I make a comment. And this one says, this is one of my favorite pieces of stoneware, and it's in the outlet at a deep discount. I use it for so many things, biscuits, fries, pizza, desserts, and so much more. And I had searched a photo that came up with all of these ideas with this stone. And it beautifully showcased this stone and different things that you can make in it. And I included that in my comment. Photos are very powerful in the comments. And then yesterday, I sold 3 of these stones. Most people don't just run to the outlet knowing about it being there. Or if you so what happened was in the party itself, when I clicked on just this photo and pulled up and did a comment on just this photo, that photo bumped out of that post. I mean, it stayed in it, but it bumped by itself on a post all by itself now. and more people saw that post. So that was how that sold. So that's why I go to the photos and pull those out. This one here, let me just pull something out with this one and show you. I have all of my pictures here in folders, and whoops. And what I can do is say outlet. And this is a really good picture showing this meatball and slider grill basket with the meatball, the burger press, okay? And you could say something like, this is such a great combo for Father's Day. Perfect burgers every time for a crowd or just a few. And that'll pull that picture out of that post and bump it up by itself, and more people will see it. And they're very impressed with this. I had a lot of comments on this yesterday, whereas otherwise they don't comment. So those are some things. What I recommend that you do is to get a folder in your computer. Even on your phone, you can keep a folder of pictures. And I have party pics, products, and then the inside the products is different individual products that I know are popular. For instance, this one here, I pulled this out of the comment by itself, and I shared all of these great ideas for this, and look at the conversation it's generating, okay? So, because I shared all the great ideas for the double burner grill pan. Another thing that I do to really jump sales, and it tends to help a lot, is this or that photo. I don't just let them comment this, that, this, that, this, that. There's a rhyme or reason to it. You can come down here and in the comments, add a product. I really love our salad spinner. I can rinse and spin dry my fruit and my salad. Who needs to pick just one? And I feature a picture showing it spinning dry the fruit. So that right there is seen by many people. I don't hit reply on anybody's. I set it as its own comment, and all of these people see that. See, I bet this spinner would be great for you, Mom. I know she likes fruits and salads. So people see that in the comments, because, so what I do is feature a product. Another thing, this one here, this post here, you're probably just thinking, I'm just getting a bunch of people to comment on it. But the reality is, why not take advantage of all of those people commenting on that? I come down here and I say, I love roasting marshmallows at the lake. Our indoor-outdoor grill is so fun to use on the boat. And I love our new s'more and fondue stick set. And I feature 2 items right here that we sell. And someone said, isn't that what you wanted? They tagged their friend in it. So those are ways that you can really utilize any of these pictures. Now, here's another great tip. I have 5 parties I'm working on right now, 2 launch parties for new consultants and 3 for myself. So what I do is I go into photos, pick one photo. It's this one, what is your favorite dessert? And I said, mine is cupcakes. Who can resist a cupcake? I never had a great way to carry them until I discovered my cool and serve tray for veggies, meat, and fruit trays was perfect for cupcakes too. And I featured a picture of one of my favorite summer products. So I'm not just asking people what's your favorite dessert. I'm featuring a product in there too. So I'm gonna put this in there and put the picture in, and then I'm gonna copy these words, okay? And then I'm gonna go over to my next party. So I stay on one picture because I have them, I'll copy those words, and I'll have that folder opened up with that picture in there. Then I'll go to Rita's party, and I'll open up the same post, and I'll come down here, and I'll paste the same thing I said in Rochelle's and add the picture. Then I'll go to the next party, and I'll do the same thing. And that way I can get through all of my parties, copy, paste real quick. And then when I get to the last party, I'll pick another picture to feature. So I give myself about a 10-minute check-in. I'll pick another picture on here to feature that I can showcase. It might be the this or that. And I'll talk about the salad and berry spinner here. And then as people comment, I can keep going on with more conversation with a salad and berry spinner. And someone said, I would have never thought to spin, rinse, and dry veggies in it. So, and then I'll go to the next party so that I don't just stay in one party finding all these pictures. I pick one photo, I comment on it, I copy my comment, I go to the next party, I paste it into there, copy it, go, and I just keep, and then I work my way back through the parties so that I am actually getting so much done in just 5 to 10 minute check-ins, okay? Another tip that you can do to promote sales is when they check in on this post and they're commenting, if they say something about their products they love, I will find some information about them products and post a picture and some information for them so that it's so that they can have more, so other people see those products too. And I don't necessarily hit reply on people's, so if I hit reply here, a lot of times just Patty would see that. So I start a whole new conversation over here, okay? A whole new comment. But that's so just some things in our Cinch share coming up today that you can do. So some tips for today's cinches. We've got the sheet pan ones coming up. I've saved some pictures of myself cooking with the sheet pans. That way, if I'm just even on my phone, they're in my phone, and I can roll through the parties real quick with pictures in my phone and say, oh my gosh, roasted cauliflower is amazing on those. I have some pictures of the bag using my totes. You can find pictures online if you don't have your own, but some ways that you can really get on here and encourage your hostess to tag her friends in the games, because this game is one where they private message you. And the reason behind private messaging is because it opens up a conversation. When they private message you, they've opened up the conversation. They're more apt to see your responses. And I always respond by showing them the answers to see what they got correct and saying, are you enjoying the party so far? And then they respond back. And then maybe depending on the conversation, how it goes, either then or later, it opens up a window for me to ask them if they've ever thought about hosting their own show. Or if they're in the party commenting a lot, I can say, hey, you're really good at this. Have you ever thought about doing something like what I do? I did switch the template around, just so you know. Tomorrow I put this in there, the Ask Me Anything post, because I like to do that earlier in the week so I have more time to answer. And then Thursday I did the door prize slip instead of Friday so that I have more time for people to fill out the door prize slip. So on this Ask Me Anything post, this post here, if you don't promote any other post in the party, please promote this one. This is your opportunity to book shows and have people join your team. Don't let this go dead. Have your hostess start. If nobody's asking questions, say, hey, Susie Q, can you kick us off with the first question? When you answer questions, try to show pictures if you have them. So if they ask how much the kit cost, show them the new summer launch kit for $109 during May. Show them a picture of it. Talk about that. And if they ask about, how, there's all kinds of pictures out there. If you need some, let me know. We can even start an album on this page of opportunity pictures for you to use in this post. So those are some great tips for generating conversation in your party. Oh, one more thing. I want you to think about your parties. What are you looking for? You're looking for sales, which you're doing by promoting, items that people will either add to orders or bump their orders up to get, things like that. But you also want bookings. People book for high dollar things and collections. So this is a booking post. I mean, great. If someone out now buys it, that's fabulous. But we know more people are probably going to book or join your team to get it. So utilize that. Make comments about this. Show pictures of things made in the quick cooker. Show the summer launch kit in this post. Don't let these booking posts go by you, okay? The Rock Crock is a booking post. Stoneware is a booking post because it's a collection and people want more. Cookware is a booking post because it's a collection and people want more. This is a booking post because when they host a show in June, they can get these summer products at 60% off, not just double free in June. So utilize all of those opportunities. This is an opportunity to grow your team, this paycheck game one, okay? And this is an opportunity to grow your team. So Those are types of things that you want to really look at. These posts were well thought out. They weren't just slapped up there, and there's a reason they're up there. I follow the same guidelines as I do when I do a live show. Sales, bookings, recruit leads, or in any order, not necessarily that order, but those are the 3 things you're looking for. So it's no different than in your virtuals. Okay, let me stop sharing here. Hopefully that helped. And I'm going to continue and use this virtual pilot program to share tips and best practices. Have a great afternoon, everyone.